And I think we are live. So this is Aqua Ghoul. I'm going live because I don't feel like recording, and then I don't feel like recording, editing, uploading. So we're just gonna go live. This is gonna be really boring. I'll just tell you now. This is gonna be. Oh, I gotta mute this. So this is Aqua Ghoul. Sorry, I gotta mute myself. I'm going live because I don't feel like recording, and then I don't feel like recording. I sound like a dum-dum. Editing, uploading. So we're just gonna go live. This is gonna be really boring. I'll just tell you. There's mute. Okay. So I'm just going to. Yeah. So this guy right here. Let's see. Can I point to it? Yeah. So this guy right here, I'm gonna bring over into Blender, and I'm just gonna see how it looks. There's another creation actually that I need to bring over too. So I'm just gonna bring these over into Blender, and work in Blender and just have a good time and do some 3D stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Got an itchy nose. All right, so I can get rid of this. Oh, and I probably need to get rid of all this stuff too, don't I? So let's go ahead and open up Blender and figure out where I need to place Blender so that it's optimal. So yeah, this is my new computer that's been a huge help. I've saved so much time learning Blender. So I save a lot of time learning Blender with this computer, I must say. But now I just have to figure out how to make the window bend to my will, because it's a lot more difficult than I would have expected. Okay, I think I can work with this. Alright, so let's go ahead and import. Because I am from Moldova. What's going on? What's up, Natalie? I'm good. I'm good. I was gonna just like relax. I was gonna chill tonight and just watch a movie. But there's so much stuff that I want to get done in Blender. But it just, I don't know, Blender is so tedious that I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it for me to record. So I just figured I'd go live and chat. Okay, GLTF. Oh, I don't know if I connected this. So this is my PC that I connected to my Mac, so I can go into the PC from the Mac, and it's a big help. Oh, I don't think I brought my other file. There's another file that I want to send over. And you know what? I'm just going to show you guys because I think I have that ability. So there's another file that I want to send over. This one is good. But I don't know if I sent over this guy. Hopefully I set him up for Blender. I think I did. Let me check this. I'm pretty sure I did. What did I name him? Cubehead? What's up, Ashley? Yours truly, Natalie. I like that name. Okay, so what was I gonna check? Oh, let me go back and just see. Because like right after I bring this one in, I want to bring this other file in, and I'm pretty sure Cute Game Device, Pumpkin. I know I put it somewhere. Didn't I? This is download though. Maybe I put it in Blender? No, I don't see it in Blender. Huh. Interesting. But anyway, yeah, this one I put on my Patreon. It's just like, I don't know, I like making like really weird stuff sometimes. It's just fun. It's fun to make really weird things. So I think this is all set to go. I'm just going to send this file. So I'll send the GLTF to my computer. Cubehead. So I'll send that to my computer, and then that's done as well. Nice. And now I see Cubehead. And let me... Oh my god, there's too many windows. Alright. So we'll import this one and just see what he looks like. Oh, I didn't mean to import it into this random file. Let me open recent. Let's open him into one of the red dynamos, I think. Or let's just do light bright. Don't save. Okay, I'm gonna do light bright because it's just like everything is like pretty much set up. It's just like a white screen, so we'll be able to kind of see a little bit better. Okay, so let's bring him in. File, import, GLTF. In case you guys didn't know, I have my latest Skillshare class is actually involves Blender. It's my first time like making a proper tutorial with Blender, which I'm excited about. It was fun. Let's see. I'm currently yours truly, Natalie. I'm currently studying for discrete math, so I'll be lurking. What is discrete? Oh wait, no. What is discrete math? I hate it. I was terrible at math. Unit. Do you do collaborations? Not. I mean, sometimes. Not really. I don't really do many collabs. I did some collabs. Like I collaborated with the American Museum of Natural History. That was a really cool collab that I definitely couldn't say no to, and it was awesome. But yeah, probably more like commercial collaborations. Yeah. I just signed up for the 25 Patterson. Oh, Patreon. Oh yeah, I saw that. That's so awesome. Ashley Davis. So I feel like this is like I'm officially like meeting you. I should actually do more live streams. But yeah, I saw that in my email. I was in there watching the Penguin earlier, and I was checking some of my things, and I saw that. But I didn't put two and two together. So that's cool that you follow me here on YouTube as well. I used to do a lot more live streams, but I don't know. I go in and out with live streams, but I need to do more because things like this, things that I'm like, I don't really want to film them. So then I'm just like working and not filming, and I feel like it's kind of a waste. But yeah, this is my first year doing like Patreon, so like I'm always trying to think of what I can put on it. So I literally just started like putting every project that I work on. I'm like finding a groove where I'm just like uploading it to Patreon because why not, you know? Even like before I make like a time lapse or things like that, it's just fun to put like anything that I work on Patreon because I don't know. I just think it's fun because like if people want to like print STLs or if they just want to like watch, just experiment on one of my things, I don't know. So yeah, like if there's any work that you've seen, if there's any 3D like sculpt or model or STL or anything that you see that like I'm doing and like you find it interesting and you want it or you want to work on something or try something, and this can be literally like anything that I've worked on, just let me know because I'll just put it on my Patreon. More than happy to put it on my Patreon, so I appreciate you. Hi, Leanne Savior 94. Hey Dave, just finished the Gecko Warrior course on Udemy. Oh, awesome! That was so much fun. I have the 3D sculpt of that. Sorry, I got super hot in here. Find it. Where is it? Where is my Gecko Warrior? He's somewhere. I don't know where he went. Oh, I gotta find that thing. I have a bunch of like sculpts over here, but I have to find him. I'm not sure where I put him at. He's buried somewhere. I don't know where he's at, but he's buried somewhere. But he was like one of my first. The Gecko Warrior is like one of my first prints. Yours truly, Natalie. Oh yes, I saw your Skillshare courses. I'm gonna get the 1 month free trial when I have free time so I can binge watch. That's awesome. I definitely have plenty to binge watch. Binge watch if you want to do like nomad stuff. That's for sure. Can you put the humanoid on there? The humanoid. Which one's the humanoid? The tutorial. I want to create more characters. Which one's the humanoid? And yeah, let me know which humanoid you mean, and I'll see. But the only things, if it's the only thing that I wouldn't be able to put on Patreon would be like a complete Skillshare tutorial, but like a file or something like I can put on there. But yeah, let me know which humanoid you mean. Discrete math, it's like how math works, how structures like numbers, graphs, and logical statements. I suck at math. Yeah, I suck at math too. I never heard of discrete math. I thought it was like math, but like math as like a side chick or something. Like, oh, like, you know, I'm learning math, but let's keep it on the hush hush. Let's be discreet about it. That's the first thing I was thinking. Okay, so I have all of these. I'm going to put all of this in project, and I'll name this Aqua Ghoul. The Skillshare one. The human. Oh, I think I kind of remember. Do you render using Blender and defaults render, or are there any third-party renderers? No, I just use cycles. Yeah, everything that I render in Blender is cycles. Alright, so let's take a look. Let me think. Max Screen, Elgato, Mac Cam, BenQ Screen only. Oh, Mac Screen. I don't even know what screen this is for my Mac screen. Should be this screen. Why is it not? Oh, you know what? I feel like it's picking up this screen. Well, anyway, I'll take a look on my. Oh, the clown. Oh, the clown. Yeah, I can't put the tutorials, but I can put those files on there for sure. Yeah, I'll put those on there. But yeah, those once something is on, like for example the Skillshare tutorials, like I can't put those on like Udemy or somewhere else. Like once they go on Skillshare, like they're just Skillshare exclusive. Like you can't cross-platform with Skillshare stuff. So anytime I make a class for it, it's like specifically for it. So that's why I have so many on Skillshare, because you can only make, like, I can't put them like on YouTube or Udemy or anything like that. But yeah, that's cool. I had fun with the clown one. I think that was the clown one. Was that YouTube? I mean, or was that Skillshare? I don't even remember. I make so many videos that it's like hard to remember. But so essentially, you want to do more humanoid stuff. So I probably need to make one for Patreon. I'll probably just make like a Patreon exclusive one. Do you prefer to export models from Nomad and render them in Blender? Yes, 100%. That's all I do. That's my game now. I always render stuff in Blender. It's just a better renderer. You know, better lighting, better materials. It's just a more beefy, so it makes sense to just render them in Blender. But it took a heck of a long time to figure out Blender. So I'm going to select all of these and then just hit S. I'll do it on this side. I'll hit S to resize. Even though it's really big. Because I think Blender, like when you add a shape in Blender, I'm pretty sure it's like really huge. So if I add a UV sphere, it's like really huge. So you know what I actually should do is, this is probably actually a decent size for it. So you know what, I'll make it a little bit bigger. But I think that might be it. I'll move it up a little bit. And then what I need to do is take the camera and move that in. So I'll keep it on orthographic for now. So I'm just going to zoom in. And I'll do it that way. So I'll make it bigger by just doing it this way. And I'll zoom in more here. I don't know if that's a good... I think it's fine. Okay, and I noticed that this isn't perfectly like, oh, I see. Okay, I did like it the other way better. Location, okay, I think that's fine. But now we have to work on the, okay, the focus ring. So that's another thing that I do now is I usually add a focus ring, and then I'll take the camera and focus on the focus ring so you can control the focus a little bit better. So I'm going to make this small, and I'll put the focus ring right where his eyes are, because you always want to focus on the eyes. There you go. Now he's in. That's better. But it's a little too blurry. So now I'm just going to go back to the camera. And I don't want it that blurry. So I need to increase this to maybe like, I'll increase the f-stop to like 3. So yeah, that seems perfect. That seems good. Press 0 to go to my camera mode. So the only other thing that I wanted to do is, if I go in close, usually when I import something into Blender, oh, you can see here that smooth shading is not on by default. So I usually just grab everything and then right click and shade smooth, and that looks a lot better. Okay, what did I miss? Yeah, seriously, I was like discrete math, like, you know, like, yeah, I'm doing math, but keep it on the low. Don't tell nobody about my math. It's just, this is between me and my math. Keep it discreet. No, I never heard. But then again, I haven't taken a math class in like over 25 years. So, do you prefer to export models? Oh yeah, I already read that. W content creator. Yeah, no, I'll definitely do something. I think it's something cool to put. So humanoid, good to know. No, but that's awesome. I'll definitely put one on there, and I'll put those other files. So if you want to like play around with those files too, that's easy. That's easy. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I should have them both. Yeah, but I'll search. I'll search after it. So I'm not. What is all this stuff? Wait, what is that? What is that? Oh, that's so weird. Shade auto smooth. Oh, does that help? Oh, auto smooth helped a lot. Let me just make sure. Oh, that looks better though. Shade flat looks the worst. Auto smooth looks okay. But I guess I have to use auto smooth because otherwise there's this, and I don't know what that is or why that is. But it's unacceptable. It looks bad. So I guess we'll keep it on auto smooth. Okay, so all right, so another thing that I want to do is, so I want to take snap selection to, or snap cursor to selected. So that'll snap the cursor there. So then I can take this empty and I can snap to selection to cursor. Okay, so I'll move it up. So now I know that this head is directly in the middle. So this is probably what's going to spin if I do a spin. We'll see if I do a spin or not. I'm not sure. But I'm going to take all of this and I'm going to grab this empty. No. Take all of this. I still have to figure out, like, there we go. And Control P and just, okay, so now everything is to the empty, so I can easily, like, spin it. Okay, so we'll go back to the front now. Yeah, it is Blender junk. It's annoying. I still have a lot to learn with Blender. It's been fun, but I do have a butt ton to learn. But it's like, it's just, it was so hard to get started. That's the one thing. So another quick thing that I can do, oh, you know, I wonder if I can shade this part flat. The eyebrows. Yeah, that's better flat. All right. So first, let's take this. So the only nodes that I know well, I do know the bump nodes. I'm kind of getting used to those, but I know ambient occlusion. So Shift A, ambient occlusion, boom. Shift A, color ramp. So these two I'm like a little bit familiar with. Add a diffuse to be able to change the color, and then add mix shader. Okay, so I'm gonna plug the mix shader in between here. So that's gonna help me. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should. And then the color goes into the factor. The color goes into the factor. And now I have to switch these two. And this is just from like working on tutorials in Nomad. So now you can see the ambient occlusion, which is pretty much the same as in Nomad. But I love ambient occlusion. And that's why I kind of do like a manual ambient occlusion as well. Okay, that looks good. I don't mind it that it's, maybe I'll make it a little lighter. Just haven't really added any lights on. So now I can go ahead and call this Aqua Skin. So I can use this same setup now. But the only other thing, do I want to make it green? If I want to make it green, then I need to set up this node to the other shader. See, now it's white. But I need to change it to like a greenish. So maybe something like that is nice. Yeah, okay. Now I also want to make it, I want to up the roughness. And, oh, this is so weird, these like little marks. Do they go away when oh, they do go away. Ah. But then I have this. All right, let's take a look at it let's tab. And take a look at what's going on here. I think I would need like quad remesh or something. That's so strange. I wonder what that looks like in Nomad. What's up, Sato? Greetings from Brazil. I love it. Shout out to Brazil. Portable Hacker 1, what's going on? Nice to see you guys. I'm going to check this file in Nomad and just see what we see. So let's open, let me open this window up, sorry. So you can see as well. iPhone 13, I'm going to add a new scene. I'm just going to call it iPhone 13 for now. Okay, so I should be good now. You should hear me, hopefully. Okay, but anyway, I wanted to show, I just wanted a screen where I could actually do this and it'd be kind of big. So I want to open up this. I'm going to turn the lights up just so I can see. I'm going to turn post-process off. Where is post-process? I'm going to turn it off so I can see what's going on here. Oh, I can actually see it too. I'm not sure what's up with that. So here's all the layers. What's up? Is it share or Zare applications? What's going on? Am I back? Oh yeah, I'm back. Yeah, what I did was I just made a new scene. I'm using OBX to stream, so I made a new scene so I could here, I'll put my face on it too. Let me add video capture device, add existing, continuity camera. Oh, it didn't work. Or at least I don't see it. Display capture. Nope. Video capture device. Oh, that was cat cam I put on. I meant to put on continuity camera. I don't even have the cat cam up anymore. Alright, I'll put myself small over here. I can get rid of cat cam. So anyway, what I did is I just opened a new scene so I could go back and forth. So I can go to, so I can go back and forth here essentially. Oy. But anyway, yeah, I see it here, but I'm not sure what caused that. So I'm just gonna go through these. Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Maybe it has something to do with this texture. But even if I take the texture away, it's still there. Oh, it's just like something to do with the wireframe. It's not good. Yeah, this is all messed up. Okay, so let me see if I can just smooth this. It is kind of annoying to have to bring it in, but I could bring it in, match it up to this, and then just use the same material if I have to bring this one over. But I just want to see if I smooth. Oh, look at that. If I smooth, it just goes away. I mean, I lose that nice texture, but I feel like it's worth it. Oh, was that what happened? Did I have symmetry on? I did. Okay. Do I want to bring it over, or do I want to just because I don't know how to smooth in Blender. Like, I don't think I can like just smooth this thing. So here's what we'll do. Wait, what is happening right now? Hello? Oh, there we go. So it looks like it's better now. I don't see all that nonsense. So I think I'm going to send this file over and we'll just open it up and we'll see if it's good. Hopefully, I can probably smooth that mouth out a little bit if I can find it. Oh, it looks like it might be here. If I smooth this, get that color nice and smooth. Okay, so we'll do this experiment. We'll see if it comes over nicely. But unfortunately that means, oh wait, I think I have a different version of it, don't I? Oh, I do. I'm so dumb. Let me turn the lights up. This is the one I actually sent over to Blender. And the reason why I have two different files is because this one, because I turned the lights off, and this one has all the layers are flattened. So when I bring it over to Blender, I flatten all the layers. I make sure it's in the spot that I want, all that stuff first. So this is one I brought over. So this should have all this ugly stuff too, and it does. I hate it. Okay, let me think. Yeah, I think it should be good to go. I think as long as I just smooth this, I think we should be good. You know, I might have done something with dynamic topology. That's going to be my guess, is that I did something with dynamic topology and I kind of messed up the topology of it. And what is this? Like, what is this, bro? Oh. I hate that. Like, you're like ready to bring something over and then you realize or you notice some ugly stuff. And I'm like, why is it so ugly? Okay, so I'll just match up this color. Oh no, but it's not painting right. This must be like some shadows or something. I don't know what's going on. Let's use smooth and see what happens. Okay, so you know what? It must be the lighting. That's my guess. It must be the lighting. We'll try one last thing. We'll add a layer and we'll add a dark part on top and we'll see how it does. Oh yeah, it's not really doing anything there. Okay, that's fine. So we smoothed out the mouth. Let's look at this side. This side looks good. I want to make sure there's no issues anywhere else before I try this again. I don't know what those things are. What's up with those? I don't know what any of these little pieces are. But I'm not having it. Okay, so that looks a little bit cleaner. So we're going to go ahead and send this over. And all I have to do is GLTF. I should rename this. Oh, I renamed it to the one with the blend. So I'm going to export GLTF and I'll export it over to my computer. Okay, boom, boom, pow. And then I need to switch my screen over to Elgato. What's up, Layton's Nerd Space? Yeah, I haven't been. What's up, Carl? Good to see you. I've been slacking with the live streams. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, that's another thing that I should have done. I should have looked on this model to make sure there's not more of these things, which there are. That's so strange. So I probably... So there's like some more on the nose that like I can't see really. Oh, but when I zoom in, I can see it. What is up with that? And like, I would never see that because you have to zoom in like so tight in order to see it. These like little cuts. Okay, so we get rid of those. But let's look back. If you see any, let me know. Let's go back to Elgato and just... Okay, so there's some... This window's kind of small. So there's some up there. I think I got those though. Let me just check my other screen. Looks like I got those. They look kind of cleaned up. Okay, so now I got the ones around the nose. I think that's it. Oh, there's some more under there. But yeah, that's like, there's always like a bunch of things that, there's always problems that I run into bringing things into Blender. And honestly, I don't know, I don't know what causes them. So eventually I'll probably do some sort of, I'll try to do like a test. I'll do like a high-res one and I'll kind of do what I did to this one, like add some texture, things like that, and try to like figure out what the problem is. But it's tough. It's tough. There's always going to be random issues. Let me check by the eye. Okay, everything looks good. So I'm going to bring this over, sorry. I'm going to send this one over, even though I just sent one. Airdrop. Okay. So now we have Aquaghoul 2 that I can bring over. But it's probably... Aquaghoul. So I just got to rename it, I think. That'll be the easiest thing. Aquaghoul 2X. That way it doesn't get lost. Because sometimes when you try to send over like a bunch of stuff, it you know, it makes like 1, 2, 3, 4, and like sometimes it can get kind of lost. Okay, so I'm gonna back this up. I'm gonna back that head up, and gotta raise the armrest so I can rest my arm on it. Okay, so this is always annoying when I have to do it, but sometimes you just have to do it. So I'm going to add a new group. I'll bring it down here, Aqua Ghost 1. I don't want it inside that other one, though. Are you like your own thing? Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so we have Aqua Ghost 1. And I'm going to import GLTF, Aquaghoul 2X, yes, import. Okay, so I'll bring this one up, press S and kind of resize it till it's about the same size, which is around there. Okay. And let's just hide this one for now. Okay, so this is the new one. Oh, it looks much cleaner. Much, much cleaner. I don't even think I did smooth shading yet. So let me take all of these and then right click and shade smooth, except for the eyebrows, which I can shade flat. Perfect. Let me make sure the focus ring is in the right spot. So that's good. So the only other thing that I need to do is take this. I need to show all these shapes. So I can take all of these and just X, I believe. Yeah. But I can still take this, and I believe I should be able to go to the material and set it to aqua skin. Perfect. Now we're cooking with gas. That saying is so embarrassing. Are you planning on doing any Black Friday sales on your Udemy courses? Honestly, like I remember I set the price, but they set all different prices for the courses. So I don't really know. I'm not really that hands-on with going on and making sales, because sometimes like it seems like Udemy, whatever their automated system is, like will make the sales for the classes. Sometimes the classes are like what I set, because I think originally the classes were like, I don't know, $20 or something, but sometimes I see the classes are like super expensive. But yeah, Udemy pretty much handles all that stuff. I do need to make a new Udemy course though, so I need to make a few more like select classes for Patreon and for Udemy. But yeah, it's just sitting down and do it. It takes a long time to make those classes. I love making them, but it just takes a long time. Is it just trial and error sometimes, huh? Oh, you mean for this stuff? Yeah, it's 100% trial and error for me. I have no idea what I'm doing. But that being said, I'm pretty good at figuring out what I have to do and figuring out how to make something look cool AF. So that's what I'm pretty good at. I'm pretty good at, my OCD is just like not stopping until I get what I want, which is hard for Blender because there's so much. There's so much. It's like insane. It's really a wild application. Excuse me. So I don't know if I want this light. I think I kind of want this like to be a more dark scene, you know? What do you guys think? Like, I feel like it should be darker. Like maybe something like that. So I'm gonna Control C, I'm gonna take this color, and then the ground is actually different. I have two backdrops because sometimes I want the lights and stuff to, sometimes I want the ground to be reflective, but I don't want the back wall to be reflected. Because then you can see the lights and everything. So I have two different backdrops. Let's make this, let's just add this, this same color. But let's say for this one I can make it like glossy, even though you can't really see much still. Even if I make it metallic, no, you can't really see the reflection. Oh well. I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out later. But I actually don't even know if I want a backdrop. Maybe we just want like, maybe we just want black. Because he might look coolest with like a black backdrop. Let's add a cube. And let's make it like a flat cube. Like this. I might even make it smaller. Like something like that. And then just have the background like black. So this is like the world settings, which is like kind of like your ambient light and stuff like that. And right now it's actually really bright. So I'm going to set this to 0.5 to make that darker. And I'm going to take this and, yeah, I feel like it needs to be dark, right? So the thing about having it, the thing about having it dark is it allows you to control all the lights. That's what you want. You want to control all the lights. So right now I just have one light called back wall. So if I turn that off, this is the actual lighting of the scene right now. And I could use BlenderKit and add an HDRI, and that would just kind of bring in the lighting of like some sort of scene. So that might be cool too, but I think I might just keep it dark for now. What's up, BBQ? BBQQ? Yeah, I like the darker scene. Which one do you think? Do you guys think the brown scene or the darker scene? So let me know. Let's see. Oh yeah, so with Udemy, yeah. So that's not like me at all. They have like a set price. So I think I set mine at the highest price. But the price is only like, it'll be like $10, $20, and like $25 or something. So like when you're first making the class. So I put it at like 25 because my classes are always like hours long, and I spend like so much time on them. So I'm like, okay, like $25, like that's doable. But I have checked, and like the prices go way up, like they're really high, and that's all Udemy. Like I've never set mine for more than like I think $25. Whatever the highest prices of a class, it's definitely not like $80 or $90. That's for sure. But yeah, but I do need to do more Udemy classes. Dan, what's up? Hey Dave, high school art teacher here. I'm currently trying to implement virtual sculpture into my high school curriculum. Your videos are totally helping me. That's awesome. So virtual sculpture. So what are you using for that? Are you using Quill? I think I've heard people talk about Quill for that, but that's all I really know. I have an old VR, but I don't have like any more of the recent ones, so I'm not really sure about all the VR stuff. But I do have super talented woman that I worked with, super talented writer, has some other stories and she was expressing interest in me. We worked together on a project recently that was absolutely amazing, and she was expressing interest in me maybe doing some things with VR, with a new story that she has. But the problem is I just don't, I'm not well versed in like VR or anything. And you know, with a lot of this stuff, like there's a long learning curve, so it's difficult because like I'm trying to learn Blender, and Blender is like a lifetime's worth of, you know, like it takes a lifetime to learn Blender pretty much, at least from what I'm gathering from it. Oh, too dark. Underface flashlight look. Darker. Dark. For your beginner class in Udemy, some days it says 69, others, yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, that's all. I'm not sure what controls that. But I don't think I've logged into Udemy in quite a while. But I will make some new classes for it. And yeah, Udemy sets those prices. So I made it dark. I think I do want some sort of like some sort of warmish. I could do it with lights. Maybe I should just do it with lights. I was thinking about doing this like a little more, just like a little more like swampy. You probably can't even see that too well, but that's okay. Okay, so we did that. Let's add some lights. Oh, you know what else I have to do though? First, I have to take this new one. The cube I'm going to take out of here because that's different. So the cube I'm going to take out. I'm going to take all of these, put those into Aquaghoul 1. This Aquaghoul I'm just going to X. So Aquaghoul 1, I'm going to take all these and then grab the cube again, and then Control P to parent it, keep transform. That way I can, when I finish this, if I want to make like the turntable, I can just do that because it'll just play. Okay, so, but my favorite thing obviously is adding lights. I love adding lights. Oh, you know what's going to be good for the first light? Let's do this little light thing that I made. So I'm going to go into the materials down here, and I'm going to change the whole thing to an emission, which is kind of like the video that I did today on YouTube about emission. And that's why I do those types of little videos. That video did so badly. I don't know why the views are like terrible in the latest video. I thought it was helpful, but maybe not. So anyway, so this is a emission, which you can't do in Nomad. You can make things glow, but they're not real true emissions. So I wanted it to be kind of yellow. We'll make it kind of a, yeah, we'll make it kind of a darker yellow. I think that's good. I'm gonna go real rich with it, real saturated, because I'm gonna raise the emission strength. And when you raise the emission strength, oh, it usually turns the light more white. But it's actually doing a real good job of staying. But I don't see. Okay, but it doesn't look like the light is really translating on his skin too much. So what I'll have to do is add a light and do the same exact thing that I did in the Nomad tutorial. So I'm gonna snap the cursor to selected. Wait a minute. Cursor to, oh, you know what? For some reason, the cursor is showing down here. This is the exact reason why like I bake things, each thing individually, because I want everything to have its own origin. So I'm going to set origin to geometry, and then I'm going to snap the cursor to selected. So the cursor is basically like, so we have the gizmo, we can move things with the gizmo, but the cursor is great because you can put the cursor somewhere, and then you can, if you add a light or if you add a shape or something, you can have it, it'll just show up where the cursor is. So I'm going to add a light, a point light, again, the same exact thing from Nomad. So I add a point light. You can see that it's actually really bright. Where did it go? So here's my point light. So I'm going to put it down here and up. So maybe like right here. Okay, so with the point light, I want to up the radius a little bit, like so. I want to match the color of the light. And the brightness is way too bright. I'm going to turn off multiple importance, and I'm going to put the brightness down to like 2, something like that. So just so I have a little light on there, let me go to 0. It's a kind of a better way to view it. Okay. All right, so that looks good. I'm going to make... Oh, you know what? I think the background, for some reason the background is gray, and it doesn't look like it's taking the color of... Let me just check. If I make this black, is it black? Oh, it is black. We'll leave it black for now. That's creepy. Do you use only a mouse or also a pen, like, for example, Wacom? I have used Wacom before, but my thing with Wacom is it feels like everything is kind of like... It feels like you're working in like a roundabout way. So like I had a Wacom and I used Photoshop, but essentially the Wacom was just acting as like a touchscreen for a computer. But I don't feel that Photoshop is designed to be used as a touchscreen and like with a stylus and things like that. So I could use it, but it wasn't really that great. So I usually use the iPad and I use the Apple Pencil, because everything that's made for that is designed specifically for that, and it's fluid and it works. So yeah, for Blender and the PC, I only use the keyboard and mouse. I can see how a touchscreen would be great for Blender, but I don't think... what did I do with the Wacom? Oh, I think I sold it actually, because I just didn't use it. Like it just wasn't really... it didn't really work for what I was trying to do. The iPad was perfect. Let's see. Gotta advertise a lot more these days if it ain't hitting the relevance mark. I think you're awesome though. Let me try to figure out how to take that message. The relevance mark. Yeah, I think everything. I mean, it's true. I'm not sure what you're referencing there, but yeah, it's literally all advertising, and pretty much everything that I do, like all of my social media stuff, is pretty much everything has an advertising element. Everything is showing you my logo, and when I post videos to YouTube, the ending will be Instagram, and vice versa, and then all Skillshare stuff will always be pointing to Skillshare for sure. Where do you get all these cool ideas to make your own characters? Well, I always had a wild imagination, but I get inspiration from anywhere and everywhere. Other artists, like I have files and files of screenshots of artists and pictures and things that I see that are beautiful, artwork that I love. So you pretty much like anything and everything. This was just a doodle. I actually made a class. I recorded like an hour's worth of like work. I still don't know if I'm gonna post it. I'm not sure. It's like, the problem is I'll record like sometimes I'll just do like a record session, and then if I don't get something great, I'm like, I don't know if I want to post it, because I don't know if it's like worth it to post it. So I don't know. I have one that I might post if I decide to post it, but it's like an hour's worth. And eventually I got something that looks decent, but I don't know. YouTube is weird. Cause like sometimes I just want to post things, but then like people just complain and complain, so I get a bit annoying. Mouthpiece, what's going on? Yeah, man, Blender's where it's at. Blender's definitely where it's at. All right, let me do some. Let me get back to this guy. That looks good. I like it. So these need to be, the eyes need to be super glossy. Number one. Okay. And let's see what these other lights are looking like. Oh, you got that nice blue light. That's nice though. That's a nice blue light there. Got one on this side. This must be like the front light. Yep, front. Kind of a regular key light. Have another key. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's top down. Okay, so we definitely don't want top down. And I kind of want, I even want this light to be a little more or a little less. How would I even do that? I'm gonna bring that down to 1.5, I think. And I'm gonna parent it, so I'm gonna select this and I'm gonna parent them together. So set parent. So that way when they spin, the light should spin as well. Perfect. Alright, so I like that blue. That blue hits hard. I love it. But I think I also want to add just a regular key so you can see the details. Okay, let's see what's up with these lights. So this one is really big. So I'm gonna make this light a bit smaller. I'm gonna set this to local so I can move it on the axis of the light. This might actually be nice on the other side. Tell it to my heart, tell me I'm the only one. You ever get just like, I was listening to music and then you just get like a song in your head and it's just stuck there forever? I'm all about the 80s jams when I'm doing my walks. Okay, this feels good. It still feels a little big. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. And I think I want a little bit more of a, and I can bring a lot off of it. So I want to make this 20 instead. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna put this to, I'm gonna put it back to 50, but I think I'm gonna make it smaller. I can't remember if that makes the light more harsh or not. Oh yeah, see how harsh the light is now? So the smaller you make that area light, the more harsh it is. So I'll bring this to like 35. Let's do maybe 30. So we'll do 30. Okay, so, and also this blue light, which actually looks really nice, but it's really big, so I'm going to make it smaller. And the reason why it's big is because I'm still a little like iffy about the sizing in Nomad, and in Blender, because it's like a strange thing that you have to think about, like the sizing of your model and stuff like that. So I guess Blender makes their models like the default sphere is like the size of a human or something. Yeah, let's get some nice side light going on. Okay. The other thing is I want some light to go through, so we need to mess with the subsurface. The subsurface. Homelander, what's going on? Glad to be of service. Glad to help. You helped me Mountpiece. You helped me a lot with Nomad, but I think Blender is where it's at. It is, but I'm not sure if I could ever get to the point where I could model this, just free flow model this, no, just for fun and enjoy it in Blender. It would take me a long time to get to that point, I think. And I don't think that I could hang around with Blender for that long sculpting, because Nomad sculpting is just so much fun. Like I can just, like literally I can just spend hours on this and like not even like bat an eye. It's just fun to sculpt with. So it's gonna take a lot for me to really think about sculpting in Blender. I'd rather just sculpt in Nomad and eventually, learn to retopologize if I need to. But I don't think I could do this sort of doodling that I do in Nomad. I mean, I don't think I can do this type of doodling that I do in Nomad here in Blender, because it's just, it's just like you're just trapped by the keyboard and mouse. It's just not the same thing. But obviously, Blender is just a way more complete package. So let's do aqua skin for these two. Oh, but you know what we need to change at aqua skin? We need to change the subsurface. Actually, do we want to do aqua skin for that? Maybe I'll just undo that, and I'll change the subsurface for this. So I'm gonna put the weight up, put the scale up, and definitely for this, the ear flapper as well. So we'll put the weight up and the surface up, because I want this to be like a thin membrane. But I don't really have much light behind it, so let's put a light behind it. So I'm going to take a light here. Oh, that's really bright though. Let's turn that off. Oh, that's what we want. We need like a nice backlight. All right, so let's try a warm light. I just want to see if we can get it. Put this to 2000. I just want to see. Oh, it's just taking the color of the light. So let me bring the weight down and see. Yeah, it's still taking the color of the light. So what happens if I change this light to a greener? Oh, but then everything is green and it just looks weird. Okay. All right. But I do like this. I do think that this is fresh. What would it look like if it was super glossy? I mean, he is like a aquatic creature. What would that look like? That looks kind of crazy. But it kind of works in a weird way. I don't know. What do you think? My phone is plugged in and the battery is still going. 20% though, so we'll see how far we can get. Thank you. What's up, Thomas Sum? Thank you so much for your Nomad Sculpt tutorials. I'm glad that they've been useful. I love making them, and there's plenty more to come. Wish Nomad had the Blender animation. Have you tried taking from Nomad and going to Reality Composer? Apple's animation spot? Reality Composer. No, I've never tried it. Reality Composer, Reality Composer. Well, let me write it. Because I don't know it. Reality, oh, wrong keyboard. That's like one of the harder things is Reality Composer. Interesting. So it's like VR kind of? I'll definitely check it out. Cool, thank you. I'll definitely check it out. Let's see. I believe you can export your model to Naomi. Glossy is nice. How did you balance your time between watching video tutorials versus doing? There's no good way to balance the time. There's no good way to balance. So, like last year, I was doing my regular job. My regular job, I was working on like film and TV sets, just like as like a stand-in. So I've been doing that for like years and years. So this year I decided that I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to pursue what I was best at, what I was good at, and take everything I know and make classes and tutorials. Because I love doing that stuff and I can create art. So I was all for that. But when I was doing that job and I was also doing this, it's like I'd work 12, 13 hours and then come home. If I came home late, I would jump on and try to do a few hours of work. So the time management, it was just like, it's too much. So I decided at some point in time to stop doing that and put all my time in this. So now, I'll try to make like a class a month on like either, mostly Skillshare. I'll try to at least make one class a month. It's been hard. I mean, obviously, like I got married recently, honeymoon, like it's just, so it was just, had really no time. But some nights I'll just work on something for a tutorial and that'll wind up taking me like a week, like I can usually, to do a whole class, it'll take me like anywhere from like a week to 2 weeks to create a class. And then some nights I'll just work on a few tutorials. Like my favorite person that does YouTube Blender tutorials is Ryan King Art. So I'll follow his tutorials. But there's an interesting thing about Blender though, is like Blender is only like it's like 20% like doing the work yourself. Everything in Blender is like an add-on, or it's like free materials or free models, free this, free that. Everything is like a shortcut and someone else has done the work and then you can like plug things in. Like that's what Blender is really. That's why I love Nomad, because I can do my art thing in Nomad and then bring it into Blender and take advantage of those things. So the thing about me, the thing that I do is okay, so Ryan King Art does all these cool materials and stuff like that. So I just did the cloth one recently. So I'll do some tutorials because I want to learn how to use the nodes and get familiar with the nodes. Now, it would take me years to be able to shape my way of thinking where I can figure out how to make like something that he can do, like to make a cloth material like look good, because it's like physics. It's like you have to understand all the nodes, where they go, how to go together. They don't help. Blender doesn't help you with anything. Like they don't say, oh, like you're making a cloth, like use this. Like no, like you have to make everything from scratch, and it's like insane. But the reason why I'll do some of his tutorials is so I understand how to manipulate some of the nodes to a certain extent. So once I learn how to manipulate things, and I'm like, oh, okay, so he uses a cloth, and this is how we do this, this, and this. So now anytime I find a material, or I save the material that I made and I need to make adjustments, I need to make the patchwork bigger or smaller or change the color, I can at least go in and do that. So, and then the other side of it is like, okay, I have this material now. I don't really need to make it again. And there's tons of free materials, so it's like you don't really have to learn how to make materials, because you can just buy a material pack or use Blender Kit that has 1,000 free materials that you can use, which I use. So that's the thing with Blender, is it's like my lights are set to go off after a certain point in time. So that's the thing with Blender. It's like I do spend a lot of time on tutorials, but the way that I need to learn is I need to do a project and say, okay, I need a cloth, so I'll figure out the cloth or I'll figure out the hair, but I need to do it like on a model that like I'm working on. Otherwise, it'll just get too frustrating. But yeah, there's literally not enough time in a day to do all the stuff that I want to do. That was super long-winded. I apologize. Honeymoon was in Africa. I have the just you can check on my just look up my honeymoon video. I have like 2 different versions though. I have a version that's like I have like a safe version, and then I have like a more graphic version, because I obviously we went to Africa with like safari and stuff like that. So there's 2 different videos. So make sure you check out the videos. I love filming and videography and photography and stuff like that. I spend a lot of time on those videos. They don't really get a lot of love on my page, unfortunately, because I usually post 3D stuff, but I love doing that. It was an amazing trip. So definitely check it out if you like. Okay, so what was I thinking? So for these, they would kind of be cool with like actually the whole thing would be cool with a bit of like a bump thingy. So maybe I'll try to do that. I'm still not that great with it, but we can try. So I'll add a bump node, and then I'll add a noise, I think. A noise texture. I'm never sure where to put the color ramp. And then I'll go like this, and I'll hit Control T. Yep, that worked. And then I'll put I think I put the factor to the height, and then put this into normal. Oi! And then I'll take the scale and put like 200, maybe, for the noise texture. And that looks crazy. Put the detail at like 15. The distance. Let's go in close and see what's going on. The strength. So here's the strength. The distance. That might be a little. Is that a little too like? Okay, so the strength for the distance, let's put point. See, that's the thing. You can go 0.01 as well, and also add. See, that's a little bit more like, it's a little. It gives it a little bit more. I kind of like that bump. Let's take this and Control C it, and let's put it here. We'll put the same thing into the normal. Did I put it into normal? No, I put it into radius. I'll put it into normal. But with this one, maybe I'll adjust the distance a little bit, just to shake it up. Kind of looks like a pickle back there. But it looks interesting. So it kind of looks like reptile skin a bit, I think. Okay, so for this, I think I want to do the ambient occlusion. I might do the bump, so I'm going to add the bump here. And then I'm going to add the ambient occlusion. And then I'll add a color ramp. I got one of these loud keyboards for my PC. I don't know. I just needed a PC. But the dude at Micro Center was cool though. He was nice. Add, what is it? Mix shader. Okay. The mix shader. It'll get a little dark. I'm gonna switch these preemptively. I only know that word from Final Fantasy X. I'll plug that in. I'll plug this into the FAC. There we go. And then I want to plug the diffuse in. But first, let's see. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to do the distance a little bit. You can't really see it, but this will just be like the shadows for these things. But it looks good, I think. Plug this over. And then I'll make this some sort of greenish, I guess, or yellowish. Make it darker. Excuse me. So let's try adding the normal to the normal for the bump, and we'll just see how that looks. I can't really see it, but I guess that's okay. Okay, it still feels too bright, right? Like if we're gonna make it dark, and actually this cube, I'm gonna make this smaller, I think, and I'm gonna make it a little bit more like a block. I'm gonna move it up. I'm gonna take this and move you up. Oh yeah, there we go. That is what I meant to do. Okay. And Blender Kit is fantastic. Cormorants, what's up? Thank you. Yeah, it was a crazy trip. Really a crazy trip. Sucked that my finger got infected, but it didn't really. Still a great trip. Amazing trip, actually. Blender Kit is great. If you have Blender, make sure you check out Blender Kit. So, what are these backdrops here? And why are they over there and not over here? So we need some sort of like cool oceanic like block that his head is just like floating over. But I don't know. Oh, I also want to get flip fluid. I almost said Vera fluid. Flip fluid, which is like, I want to use like one of these like cool. Can't even see that. I'm not sure what a good pattern is for this cool block. But I want it something kind of oceanic. I don't know why I keep using that word. You know what I mean? But it's kind of cool to have like a post or something, you know? Ooh, maybe like coral? Procedural coral rock. Oh, it looks terrible. That looks terrible. Okay, never mind. I thought I was going to be able to find something cool. So maybe I'll just do procedural. Nah, these look weird. Let's do, I could do like wood, like a piece of like driftwood or something. That might be cool. Or like rock even. Like a real like rocky looking rock. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, see, this is the tedious part of Blender. First, let me set the thing. I know you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to like Control A and set like all transforms. So let me do that first, and then I can figure out what else I want to do. Floor sometimes, or tile usually has some cool tiles. Where's tile? Tile starts with a T. Usually the screen is a little bit bigger than this. But it's just cool to have, oh, maybe this like white wavy. Let's see what it looks like. It's kind of cool. Oh, that was a wild looking tile. What is that? That's kind of interesting. But I know that when I come in here and I look at this, I can, maybe not this one, but usually I can set it, I'll put the scales to like 0.1 and it'll kind of adjust. That still looks bad. What if we did like a black marble one? Now you can't even see it, that's the problem. Ooh, I kind of like the blue. Like a blue or a purple. Something that would be like oh, actually this might be a little bit too close. Like I want to use like a, what is it called? Not a compound color. What is the color that's like its opposite of, I can't remember the word. So what if I do 2? What do they look like? Still can't see them. 0.1. I'll come closer maybe so you can see. 0.1 looks better. What about 0.05? That looks better. That's kind of interesting. But anyway, yeah, this is the tedious stuff, and this is why I'm like, why am I even, although that's too big. 0.1. 0.6. 0.3. Yeah, kind of like that. That's kind of interesting. I'll probably change it later, but that's okay. So what else can I do to this to make it look better? Let's take a look at this bone. How is this bone doing? It's pretty good. I want to make it a little bit rougher. And I don't think I need much of anything with the bone. Actually, I think that looks good. So the only thing that I kind of have a problem with is like this is a little bit not see-through enough. Oh, but I know what I can do. I can either turn the alpha down. I can turn the alpha down or the, oh, what is it? Or the transmission up. So I'll do both. That should do exactly what I want. But this light feels a bit boring though. So let's turn it off. That looks kind of cool. The top down actually does look kind of cool. I don't want to create like the same exact thing I just did, but alright, let's turn it off. Let's look at the front fill. And let's make this lower. So let's put this at like 50. Let's go back to the key that I turned off, and let's just turn it down. Let's put it to 10. And you know what? I want to see that I want to see it in the eye. I want to see this light. And I think it's glossy. Wait, why is it gloss? Why is it a gradient? I don't think it's, oh, maybe it's because of where it's pointed. Could be the angle. But I think it's that way because the spread I have at 60 instead of 180, which is what it usually is. So that's what makes it. So now it's round, but I want it to be thinner, and I think I want it more over here. Yeah. So this is exactly, it just gives me more control. Like obviously I have that backdrop in Nomad, but this gives me more control. I'm gonna put this to 20 just so it's brighter. Oh, that looks good. Time to stand. My watch tells me when I have to stand. Let's go 35. Oh, that's good. Okay, so what do we think about the color of this light? What if it's like darker, or even like a purple? Purple is good because it's good against green. It's a, what is it, parallel color? Somebody knows. Complimentary X Ninja coming through in the clutch. Yeah, like it complements everything, but I'm gonna turn it down a bit. So let's try 100, because I don't want it to be too, nuts. Maybe I just need to put this back at 180. That'll make it a little bit softer. What if I do Shift D, and I have another one here? What if I put this one back at 60? And I put this at 500. I just want to see if I were to have another light source back there. What if I bring this one around and get a little bit more on the face? And then have this one. What if I change the color a bit? Because I can't really see it. That's really bright, isn't it? Too bright. That's too bright. Even if I do 100, it's still that bright. 20? 20's better. 10? Excuse me. I can't edit it out either. I'm live. Normally I could edit it out. I like the purple on purple, but maybe I'll just keep it purple. Maybe we'll keep it purple. Maybe I'll back it up a little bit. Kind of blend it in a bit. Okay, so I like that, but it's not bright enough. It doesn't pop enough. What's up, Rad Tech? Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm still getting used to having the jewelry on. Just, you know, time for that next phase. I don't know how I'm going to manage my time when that happens. Sooner or later. But yeah, man, things are good. Can't complain. Can't complain at all. Well, I could, but ain't nobody got time for that. This looks better, right? I think this looks better. It's bright, but it looks better. So let's go to 10% battery on my phone. Let's bring this to, let's bring it to 60. What if we bring it to 125? Make it real bright and just not be afraid of him. Why am I afraid of him? It hurts your bones. And so it doesn't want me to wear it on a chain, so I go with that one. I was excited. I was excited to wear it. I don't usually wear jewelry either, but I wanted a big, thick, Lord of the Rings looking round ring. So like I feel it does make me feel I feel bona fide. It's weird. It's very strange things. What's up, Pazdrat? Congratulations. Greetings from the Czech Republic. Thanks for your videos. I appreciate you. Thank you. The Czech Republic. Yeah, I always love how there's just like so many people from all over. It never ceases to amaze me. I love it. But yeah, thank you guys for coming through and joining me. I got to do more lives. It's hard. You know what? Another reason it's hard because my wife like 90% like works from home now, and so it's hard to go live when she's home. The rascal. We'll go 20. We'll go 20. You gotta be able to see this, you know? We gotta be able to see this glow. Oh, you know what else? Do we want to make the eyes? Do we want to give the eyes a little bit of something? Maybe we do. Maybe we do. No, but I like the detail on it. Let's try it though. Let's try it. Let's put the color to like a yellowish, and let's try. If we give the eyes just a little bit of something, what do you think? The Czech Republic is in the middle of Europe. No, you know what? I've been to Prague, and in my head, it's been a while it's been a long time since I've been there. But in my head, I'm like, oh, the Czech Republic, I've been to Prague. But then I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, am I thinking of the right place? So then I just don't say it on the off chance that I'm wrong. So then I just wind up like not saying it and not sounding silly on my streams. But yeah, the last time I was in Europe was in 2015. And actually I was actually in Prague by myself. And it was cold, but it was amazing. I loved it. I'm learning on my sculpt, and only thanks to your videos I'm able to create more sphere with edges. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's the thing with my videos. You're definitely gonna be learning all sorts of weird things. Oh, you know what? I should. What time is it? No, I gotta start thinking about the remainder of my evening. So for these things, I wanted these to be subsurface for sure, deep subsurface, because I wanted the light to I want these to also show that the light is like really going through them. Okay, and this, it just seems like it's too, you don't see, there's not enough definition or something. So let me turn this down a little bit. Oh, also, let's do subsurface on this as well. Turn the scale up a little bit on this. Can't really see it, but that's okay. That looks good. I don't even know if I want to add a block. We're just going to hide it for now. We're going to keep it all straight head. Let's take this and let's move it down some. And then let's take our camera and let's zoom it in. Why is my camera so far away? Butt monkey. Oh, speaking of which, my 8-year-old daughter loves your videos. That's awesome. We're 5 by your class on Skillshare on our next big school break. Yeah, also keep on the lookout. I'm trying to think of when the next, there's probably going to be some sales, some Skillshare sales. So keep an eye out for that. I'll try to post it on my, like, usually like my Instagram and stuff like that, or probably YouTube as well. And they might actually have me work on something for next month. I think they have a few things going on that they are in talks with me about. So, yeah, definitely keep an eye out for some sales. They'll most likely have like a Thanksgiving sale or like a Black Friday sale. So, okay, all right. So the only other thing I wanted to look at, let me take this camera. Let me add a new camera. Cause like sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I want to. Camera. Wait, where is this camera pointing, bro? What are you doing? Point this way. Item. I never know why they're all moving when I do this. Oh, I know why. Because it never moves it the way I want it. It always moves it like a butt monkey. Okay, I'm going to put this to 90. I'm putting you to 0. I'm putting you to 0. Thank you very much. I'm going to set this one as my main camera for now. And hide this one. Since this is perspective, I was watching a few videos and they had the camera. Oh, did they have it at like 50 or did they have it? Maybe it was something like this. They had the camera zoomed in, so it was still like. So you still got the effect of it. No, it looks weird like that. Looks really weird. So we're Xing that. We're just gonna go back to our normal camera. We'll set this as the active camera. Okay, that looks good. I'm not sure if there's anything. Oh, did anyone say if they like the eyes regular? Maybe the eyes look better regular. What's up, Shane? How's it going? I saw that you went live. It looked like it was this morning. On Facebook. I don't think I've been on in it's been like probably over a month, maybe even longer than that. But sometimes like the stuff like this it's so tedious. I'm like, I'm not gonna record this and edit it. So I'm like, let me just go live. Let me just see what that live is like lately. I think I like it with just normal. Like no, yeah, I think I like that. Okay. I think he looks interesting. Yeah, I like it. 5% battery. You guys are gonna lose my face. What's up, Rock J? Welcome. Oh, and I hope that you feel better too. I remember seeing that the other day as well. So I hope that you hope you have a quick recovery. I know the feeling, not from that situation, but like, man, pain and getting older and having to produce work, man, it's rough. But glad that you're back streaming so soon, actually. Rock J, thank you. Yeah, that video, my videos are, today's video was done horribly. Not that I don't really think about it too much anymore with like YouTube. YouTube is like a therapy, so like I'll make it. I try to make them the best that I can, but for some reason today's videos got like no hits. I don't know what was going on with today. The back looks like this. It looks too weak back there. What else can I put back there? Do I have another edge? You know I got another edge. Actually, that looks better. Let's see what's going on back here. These lights. So this is just a big light. It might be a little bit too much though. What if I turn this into a point light? And then bring it closer. It's a little bananas. But it's kind of cool. Okay, that's 2000. That's bright. Really bright. Let's take the saturation down a little bit. Let's bring this down to like 300 maybe. Just like a little something. I don't know. It still looks a little bit weird. I don't think I like it. I think I would rather have another like edge light. Let's turn it back into an area. And let's sometimes this thing just won't let me move. I swear, Blender. I'm excited to teach more Blender classes though. Cause like I feel like I don't know a lot in Blender. I'll be honest. I don't know that much in Blender. Why is this so big? Chill out. It can be smaller back here. I guess I gotta make it cool, warmer. Oh, it looks weird too. I don't know why it just looks weird. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I know a lot of like little things that like whenever I watch the Blender tutorials, except for a few, they're still like so daunting. There's just so many little things that just kind of get overlooked that I'm like, I'm gonna point out all these little tiny things and try to actually be useful and helpful. I think I want to use, what do I want to use for these? I can probably use aqua skin, honestly. Oh no, but I have bumps on that. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll go to the aqua skin. We'll grab all of this, Control C, and then we'll go to the fins. We'll grab all of this, we'll exit, we'll nix it, and then Control V, and then we can take away the bumps if we want. Even though the bumps don't look too bad, but there wouldn't be bumps on the fin, so I'm gonna X those. I'm gonna X that, and I'm gonna change the roughness on these. So I'll change the roughness. I'm gonna call this fins. And maybe, how's the ambient occlusion? Change the distance. I can't really see anything happening for some reason. But I think that's pretty good. I I kind of wish this wasn't like frosted though. I don't know how to make it. I don't know how to unfrost it. Subsurface. Oh, the roughness. The roughness. They still look a little. I keep forgetting I should rotate this in order to see it. It's a little bit better. It's still a little bit frosted in there. Oh yeah, the X. You know what I did? At first I had them. At first I just had slits for eyes, but yeah, there's something about the slivers, the cross slivers that I like for eyes. I first did it with this croc guy I did. Things work. Alright, let's see. I think everything else is good. I don't think there's anything else I need to add, really. I could probably add a little more light. Just like a pinch more, maybe. And I could probably add, let's see what else we got here. Edge B. Another key. Can't really see any of these lights doing anything. Top down we don't need. Back wall we don't need. But maybe it would be nice to have a little more light on that side. I don't know what this light, where is this? Let's put you. What I really need to figure out is I want to do something with some, maybe this isn't the best light for this. Let's put this back, turn it off, and let's just add a point light. And we'll put it like over here maybe. And then we'll go into the point light and let's just make it like a different color maybe. Let's just add a little flavor to this. Let's put this at 50 and let's bring the radius up a bit. Oh, that looks weird. It feels like it needs like another color or something. You know, like, ooh, I kind of like that blue. Kind of like that. Get excited. Just like a random touch of blue. And I wonder what this light would look like if it was. First, if it's white, what if it's a little cooler? That might kind of work because then you have the kind of cooler light, you have the purple light, and then you have the really warm from the yellow light up here, which I kind of like. Now, the only thing else I want to look at is what if I made this light like brighter? Like what if I made it like 100? What would that look like? Oh, that's too much. That's too much. 40 maybe? I don't mind it being bright, but maybe we'll. I don't remember what I had it at. We'll stick with 30. Like that. Yeah, I like the anglerfish thing. They're always fun, and I I really wanted to make. The only thing I might have to come back and figure out is how to do it to kind of show these like details, because right now it's like excuse me, it's so bright that it's just like going right through. So I just have to probably have to play with these Jeez, sorry, my body is like having issues with some sort of whatever's going on inside of me. I think this is this might be the shadow from the other light. That might be what that is. Is it? No, I don't know what that is actually. I don't know what that is a shadow from. Well, that's a little bit better. I just want to be able to show that detail. Anyway. Nice. So let's go ahead and let's just take a look at this. So let's set up, first I'm just going to set up a folder for it. So I'll set up a new folder, Aqua Ghoul, I keep forgetting what I named him. So I'll set up a new folder, make sure all these are GPU compute, yes. Size, what size is this? Okay, it's the right size, 30 FPS is fine. Let me make sure motion blur is not on. I'm trying to think of anything else that I'm forgetting, so I don't forget it, because I'm always forgetting things. This point light, I believe, is parented, so it should move. Yes, that looks good. Okay, I like that frame. And you know what? I'm going to go back to the camera and make it a little bit bigger and really take advantage of this screen real estate since I have some room. Oh, see that? You don't want it going out of frame. So it looks like I need to get it back in frame. I'll move the camera up a little bit. This should all be in frame. Yep. I'm going to change the ending to 220, which means I need to change the keyframes. And I'm going to put the just the back keyframe. I'm going to put it to 221, so that if I want to do, actually I don't really need to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna put it to 221 because I like to make it loop sometimes, and it's just easier if I don't have to do it in in Final Cut Pro. Okay, I'm gonna check the composition. Oh, there's another thing I could do as well. Okay, I'm not using the nodes, but they're there. So if I add another mesh, you might lose my picture pretty soon. I'm going to add a cube. I'm going to make it really big. I'm going to make it really big. I don't know if the camera should be in. Okay, I made a shortcut. I don't remember what this is. I saw it in the tutorial, but now I can just see the bounds, even though it's still a cube. I'm going to make a new material. And I'm going to change it from Principal BSDF. I'm going to change it to those letters. Those letters are tricky. I'll change it to volume scatter. Volume scatter. And then I can't see anything. What am I doing? Oh, I need to plug it into volume. Plug it into volume, and then bring the density down to like 0.05. 0.005, I guess. 0.001. It's like working with these. It's like, when do you ever work with like 0.00 something? Like Blender is just nuts. I don't know. I don't know which way. I don't know which way to go on these. But anyway, there is this. I don't think I'm going to use it, but whatever. I'll just hide it for now. Let's take a look at a render. Oh, we talking about like C++? That's out of my league. Yeah, that is out of my league. Shout out to Shane Olson. If you guys don't follow him, make sure you go follow him. He's one of the masters in the field. I don't think Shane was at Comic-Con, but I'm looking. I gotta start going to Comic-Con. You know, wait, why is it not glossy? Is it me or is this not glossy? That looks wild. Oh, you know what? I made some mistakes. I forgot to go here and turn on all the lights that I'm using. Everything else is good. Okay, let's. Ooh, what are my samples? Where are my samples at? 300. That's fine. Let's render this again. Now it should look like the normal render. It doesn't look. I mean, oh, it does look glossy. That looks wild. And creepy. It actually looks pretty creepy, if I'm being honest with you. I think I want the nose to be in focus too, though. So I think what I have to do is move the focus ring up. I think I have to move the focus ring up and then go to the camera and adjust the f-stop so that the eyes are going to be clear as well. So I just need to adjust it until the eyes are clear. Are they never going to get clear? If this is at 10, then there's no way that... You're breaking my heart. But I want the eyes to be... Okay, so I think I need to do like a... It needs to be like in the middle then. But the eyes have to be clear. They just have to be. I mean, they're pretty much in focus. Let's try this. Oh, and I wanted to show you the other thing too. This computer's a beast. This would take so long to render on my other computer. I can't even lie. It's no joke. So I can close this and then go into compositing, or no, go into render, and I'll open a compositing window. Change it to compositor. Use nodes. That's these nodes, which I don't need scale, so I'm going to X this. And I'll plug this image in. Okay, so bloom. Oh, there we go. There's bloom. Fog glow. Let's up the mix. Let's put the threshold down some. Okay, kind of like that. Size. Oh, that's a little too much. I think that's nice. I'll up the mix, which will make it a little bit darker. think that might be it. I think that's it. Still got some of those random things on it, but that's okay. All right, yeah, I like it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm gonna save this. Image, save. I'm gonna save it to my other computer, my laptop. Z Blender. Save it as Aqua Ghoul A. So we'll save that. And I also want to save. It takes a minute to save because it's like it's got to save it and then send it like through the network to my other computer. I'm so surprised my video was still on. Okay, good. So let me go back to animation. I do wanna export like a. I think I just want like an angle like that. I like it. I want to render it. Oh, the background might look cool if it was like. If it had a little bit of a perfect purple. Yeah. I get so excited over these things. Edge. Back wall. I kind of want to add like just another let me take one of these. I kind of want to just add like another one. Oh, like that looks beautiful though. That edge. How nice does that edge look? I know it's probably too much, but we're gonna have to check it out and see how bad it looks. 300. I'll do a little bit less. I'll do 100. Oh, it doesn't have the same like oomph though. Let's just take a look. Let's take a look at it with that light there. Oh, let me look at it with 180. Let's make it bigger. Oh, that's such a nice like purple glow over him. That's beautiful. I think. Let's just render it and see. I'm missing the AI stuff. What software do you use to record stream your videos? Yeah, I use OBS. It's pretty much the only. I think I might have tried one other one when I first started, but yeah, I use OBS. Oh, I lost my video. That's okay. Which is crazy because the phone has been plugged into my computer. Lorenko Smith. Hello to you, sir. Or ma'am. Sorry. I'm actually not sure what a Lorenko. I like that name, but I'm not sure. But welcome. Welcome to the party. Oh, oh, I know something that I didn't do. Let me X this. I should have added. Let me go back to this and grab these. Wait, how do I grab more than one? Control C. If I go to, I wanted to do that for the eyes as well. Oh no. can't even see what's going on with this thing. So it only took the mix shader. That's okay. Ambient occlusion, color ramp. Okay, these have to be switched always. Plug this into there. This goes into there. This color goes into the FAC. And I should be able to get some. Oh, I can only see like a little bit. But essentially I'm just trying to get that natural ambient lighting for the eyes. See, I can only, oh, there we go. So I'll put it all the way. Oh. Yeah, I want it nice and dark like that. Yeah. Maybe even up the distance a little bit. Yeah. I do, if anyone knows, I would like to, I like the texture on the skin, but I wish there was a way that I could show it to be deeper. Oh, you know what? I probably need the color ramp, but I don't know where to put it. I'm not sure where to put the color ramp. I'm not sure if I should put it color ramp. So this is the FAC going into the height. If I plug this in, I don't know if that's gonna do. Ooh. That's wild. What if I take the roughness down? That's kind of wild. Distance, strength. Should I put the strength down some now? I feel like I like switched it all up. It still looks pretty good. I think it looks better than what I had. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it does. I want to add it to this too, I think. Let's just change this to aqua skin. Did I put subsurface on the skin? Oh, wait, you mean to tell me I didn't? Yeah, let's put some subsurface on the skin. Okay. Alright, so let's render this puppy, and then I think I'll be happy with it. Oh, I love the like slightly purple background. Oh, spiking this poor guy. Yeah, something like, you know, initially I was imagining him to be, because I was trying to think of like something like a bust that I could print. So originally I was like, oh, I'll just make it flat and make like the neck thing be like the post. That's what I was originally thinking. But that would actually be kind of cool, you know. Or you know what he kind of reminds me of? Those like finger puppets, or maybe something that you put on like a pen, or like a, you know, like the top. My mom likes all those things, like all those like cute little characters on top of like pencils, pens and stuff like that, markers. But yeah, I don't know what else. I'm probably gonna leave them. I'll probably leave them like this. I don't know. But I think for this, I like this image. I'm trying to think if there's different colors in the background, or it looks just like a regular background. Excuse me. Otherwise, I would move this up. But there's one thing that I might do is just, I'm gonna do one with the export at like 150 just for like a bigger image. Oh, and I'm gonna do it, since I like this image the most, I'm gonna make this 600, and I'll just do one image that's like a little bit bigger than the rest. And then after this, I can just start the, I'll put it back to 300, and then I can start the time lapse, not time lapse, the turntable. Oh, this looks so freaky. And one of his eyes is not in focus, but that's okay, because one of his eyes is. Yeah, but I have to learn, I really want to get better at like the nodes. I really need to figure out the nodes. I did a lot of Halloween stuff. I did a lot of pumpkins. Where are we at? Oh yeah. That's nice. Save this image as B. Beautiful. So now I can X out of this whenever it stops circling. I guess I can take my phone off since the video stopped. Freaking thing. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. I don't know how it doesn't, it's not powerful enough to like just charge my phone. I don't ask for much. I really don't ask for much. But like, you should be able to charge my phone. Butt monkey. Oh, why is this light so bright? Everything was so perfect except for that. I have to fix it. I have to fix it now. So this light, it never ends. It never ends. Let's just see what happens. But I have to wait. I should lower the size actually, and just see what it looks like. Because that light is too bright. So then when it does the compositing, so it's doing the stuff after I render, I have it so it then calculates like the fog glow. So that was the compositor window. After it renders, you can then go back and change things. So right now it looks a certain way, and it should look different once. Oh, maybe it could have been because I had the light on it though. Let's see how white it is. Oh, see the compositor, it's making, oh, that's so weird. That's so strange. I'm not actually sure why it's doing that. Well, let's take a look in the compositor and kind of see what's going on. Okay, so the threshold is at 0.4, so if I put the threshold up, it's still white. Why is it white? Put it back to 0.4. I did like it at 0.4. Thank you. But it seems like there's something else glowing. So let's figure it out. Come on. Oh, it's probably this. It's probably this light. So it's shining too bright on those. So how can I remedy that? So what if I make these rough so less light will shine on them? Oh, I can probably turn down the specular perhaps. That might help, and I'll change the subsurface. I'll put the weight down and the scale down. This looked better when it was a little bit brighter. But now the only problem is this. So I might need to if I just bring it away and then put it at like 10 instead. Let's see. Do you have your MacBook Pro plugged in with the stock Apple power adapter? I do. Yep, it's plugged in with the stock one. It's plugged in with the stock one, and then I have the stock Apple cable going into the USB-C, which was going then plugged into my iPhone 14 Pro. According to Apple specs, your laptop should support fast charging. Yeah, it is. I wonder if it's I don't know why it does that. I really don't know why. And like it still says like it's I've had it plugged in and it still says only 5%. So I wonder if it's the no, we're not going to connect you because so now it's going to try to connect again. Psh. Because you're just going to like lose power again. So I'm not going to. You guys can look inside my computer. Okay, so let's disconnect that. So this thing can like, oh, I feel like it's not charging. I feel like it's not charging when it's on continuity camera or something. Maybe that was it. Okay, so this is showing white still, so that's not great. It looked better before. Why is there always something? There's always like something annoying. So it definitely was. I'm gonna put this back. I don't even know what I'm undoing now. Okay. So my only option is to, now that it's back to where it was, my only option is to I just want to see where the lights are coming from. Oh, that's bright. Okay, so my only other there's something else that I can do. So I can probably do either an area or a spotlight. A spotlight. Probably not the best light. Because I don't think it'll really give me the proper spread that I'm looking for. You know, like I'm looking for something like that, but it's still not like, it's not the right spread. But we'll take a look. Oh, I hit it, didn't I? We'll take a look, and you know what? I'll I'll just make it regular size. All right, let's just take a look. So now I'm just trying to fake the light with a spotlight so it's not glaring back onto the light. So I think the other light was better. This light is definitely better, but maybe there's got to be something else I can do here. So I'll put it further away. Oh, you know what else I can do? I can make the radius bigger. That should make it softer. And make that a little bit darker. Maybe I'll make this like 20 instead. And now let's see. Yeah, that's my latest PC. That's my HP Omen. Pre-built. I got it at Micro Center. I did a bunch of research looking around. A lot of things were saying like build your own, but I'm not. That wasn't the that's not my type of task. I can't do it. I can't build my own computer. Okay, what is it? Oh, it's still too. It's turning too white. It's turning too white, and I don't know why. Well, we tried. We tried. So unless I can figure out something in here that can help me. I think I like that. Can I make it a little bit brighter? I like the brightness, but I like the light to be yellow, so I can't make it too bright. So I'm going to go with that, actually. I'm going to go with that. I like the settings. I'm going to go with that. You know what? I'm not going to cheap out. I'm going to go back to animation. Wait, what did I set to... What did I change to 300? Because this is still at 600. And this is still at 150. Did I not change that? Or am I losing my mind? I could have sworn I changed that. Well, maybe I can go here and still export it. So I'm going to save that as B instead. I'll take that. I'll take that. Part of me does wish it could be a little bit brighter, but I don't think I can. Maybe I can do it in Photoshop. Okay, good. So I like this. So now the only thing left to do is start the turntable. But first, I'm going to put this to 100. Okay, that's done. And then I need to change this to 300 because I don't really need to do it at 600. That's a little too much. Okay, perfect. Everything else looks good. File, I will save. Save as Aqua Ghoul. And then I will start my render animation. That's it, and there starts the animation. And let's see how long each frame will be. About 13 seconds, 14 seconds. So that's not bad. And I'm going to go to bed. But let's see, maybe I can top it off with a nice image. Yeah, and that's our image. No, I don't want to use OneDrive. OneDrive is the worst. PC Master raised subreddit and someone helped me with the specs. I got everything going and now I got a beast of machine for doing AI stuff. Oh, AI. Oh, you were talking about the AI stuff. Yeah, it's actually funny how crazy and intense the AI stuff is nowadays. Like the videos that I watch, like on Facebook, some of these videos and like the cursed AI and stuff, they're just like incredible. I mean, weird stuff, but like really, really incredible, I must say. This is my crappy camera. I don't even have my other camera on here. That's okay, it's crappy anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna get some sleep. So I appreciate all of you guys. I'm currently saving up for one. I would probably go to the pre-built route, though I would love to build my own. Yeah, to me the idea of building my own computer is just like a nightmare. Like I have so many things that I want to do, like so many sculpts and this, that, and the other. The idea of like getting these parts and then like watching YouTube videos to try to learn how to build a computer, like I have no idea. Like I used to, like 20 years ago, I might take on that task, but like, what is it? Like you got to get like that, not cream, but like that paste, like Astro paste or something, cooling paste, and you have to make sure everything works with the computer. It's just, oh my God, that is just like a nightmare. Krita plus AI or Invoke AI. Those are two really good artistic tools for doing art. Krita, Invoke. I've heard of Krita. Thermal paste, yeah. That once, I mean, I wasn't really gonna do it, but then I started reading like thermopaste. I'm like, look, I do not work at NASA. I'm not trying to get thermal paste. Like, next thing you know, I got blue fingers. Like I have no idea like about any of that stuff. Like trying to getting all the right sizes and shapes to like fit in the computer, and then like testing it to make sure it works. And BIOS, all these words, I'm just like, no. Like I just want it to work. I paid for insurance too. Like I want it to work. If something doesn't work, I want to bring this thing to people and have them fix it for me, because I do not have the time or the patience to like I can't I can't even imagine like trying to turn it on or trying to get something to boot or load and it just doesn't. And then I have to figure it out. I would absolutely lose my mind. Absolutely. So for me, paying however much money the extra money was to have it pre-built, ready to go, plug this puppy in, and then I could just be right on Blender, that's the plane I'm living on. But I mean, back in the day, I was into like, doing some computer stuff, but not anymore. Not anymore. I'm too old to fiddle around with a computer. Gotta let these young folks do it. um, Building a PC is basically Lego, yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, if someone were like, "Oh, build just like a regular Lego something," I'd be like, I could probably figure it out. But then again, like if you get the Lego thing wrong, like you can just move on with life. With my computer, if I couldn't get it going, that's just more time that I'm not able to render out my things. So for me, the smart thing was just to get it as quickly as possible, pre-made. Let a brother just buy a mouse, a keyboard. The only thing I had to buy was what is that wire called now? This new wire. There's like it's not HDMI, but it's a video cable or something. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like a HDMI, except one side is flat. So I had to like learn about that and buy that off Amazon. Yeah, I do like Apple. I have to admit that like I love the PC for the Blender stuff. Like I bought it specifically for Blender and that's it. But otherwise, I wouldn't be in business if it wasn't for Apple stuff. If I couldn't record on my iPhone, record my iPad screen on my iPhone, like my phone is above my iPad, airdrop gigs and gigs and gigs of video to my computer, and then edit, and then be able to like transfer files back and forth to my phone, to my iPad. I just made life so much easier. Um, Display cable, yes, display port. I had to learn about that and then buy one. I'm looking in the back and I'm like, what is this? I'm like, what is this weird shaped hole? Like I thought everything came with a bunch of HDMI's, and then there's just like one HDMI, and then a bunch of these weird shapes. So I had to Google it, and I'm like, what's the difference? I'm like, why is one better than the other ones? And then I watched YouTube videos and where people are like talking about, well, this one has this, and if you're gonna be doing this, then this wire is. I'm like, everything is so complex and complicated, and I think that's kind of the kind of thing that keeps me grounded when I'm making my videos. I'm like, I don't want people to watch and just like lose their minds. That's like my main thing. I don't want people to watch and lose their minds. So I want to just say like, hey, if you're doing this, just do this, and you'll end up with this. We'll all be cool. We can all eat dessert and go to bed. On that note, I love it. Yeah, me too. Nomad is like my soul. I was using Valence for a while, but then I was waiting for Valence to just come with like Boolean, but I don't think that happened. So after that, I was like, they kind of lost me. I still want to play around with ZBrush, just because I mean I don't know if I will at this point in time, but I'll play around with that. But you gotta with Blender. I feel like I really have to keep going with Blender until I'm like somewhat proficient, more proficient than I am. Bedtime, y'all. Good night. It's been a pleasure. It's always fun to come on live. I promise I'm gonna do some more of these. I have another thing that I'll probably go live. I might go live tomorrow. It's another just that weird like goat looking thing that's like made of cubes that I put on my Patreon. So I want to bring that into Blender. So maybe I'll go live again tomorrow. I appreciate all of you. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I will see you all in the next video. You guys are the best. You guys always make my night. Appreciate you 403. Appreciate you Rad Tech Dad. Appreciate you yours truly. And I'm not gonna scroll up, otherwise